What I just start with Afan's intro.
Yep, we're recording.
Okay. So, guys, welcome to Stupinionated. Thank you for clicking the link and deciding to watch our podcast. With a quick intro, we decided to do each other's introduction. So, this is Afan. He's from Loyola, and his one skill is that he can
Wait, hold
rap.
up, hold up, hold up, hold up, hold up. Nobody knows who Afan is. You can't even.
I
This is
said
Afan.
this.
There are two other people in this call. You're
I said
like,
this.
huh?
I did this. Did
No,
not
it's
show.
different on Steve's screen. We're
No.
recording on Steve's screen.
Yeah,
This is a
describe him.
shit show. I am a fan, guys. Rishabh, give me my intro. Shit.
I said it. That's the only skill you have that is describable. You can rap.
Oh, I
Okay.
can rap. I can kind of rap. I can't rap. I can kind of rap. I can make words rhyme. Kind of. Anyway, let
Ugly
me
boy
give
looks
Steve's
like
intro
gully boy. Some shit
because
like.
there's only three of us, right? So I have to give Steve's intro. Steve is pretty handsome. He has a very nice beard that I've been jealous of for quite a while.
Thank you.
He does theater, he does stand up. He's very smart. He got 12th standard. He got first rank, and he studies in SSN, which is like a big thing apparently.
No, it's not.
Uh, that
Externally, it is.
yeah, it's not bad, and he's been on Tinder for 4 years, and he's not gotten a single. I mean, it's not really amounted to much, has it, Steve?
Yeah,
Should
I've been unmatched more times than I've been matched. I don't know how that's
should I
possible.
also point out that Steve was the campus rep for
Tinder.
SSN for
Yeah,
Tinder,
yeah.
and he's still not amounted to anything.
I
But
I have
anyway,
I have Tinder merch. Yeah, I've got Tinder shot glasses in my house, which my parents were very disappointed to see. They were like Tinder and shot glasses. This is like the culmination of everything. I'm extremely disappointed in you. This is the perfect combination. I have a Tinder shirt which has my name on it, so that even if people see me in public with that shirt on, I can't get my way out of it. I can't be like, no, this is my friend's shirt. I'm not actually a campus rep. No, but it has your name on it. Yeah, I also have a friend named Steve. No, like you can't get out of it. Like it's my shirt. I fully own it. Uh, but anyway, I got sidetracked. I was supposed to introduce Rishabh, and I'll be honest with
It
you,
happens.
we spent the last half an hour trying to figure out an intro for Rishabh, and we couldn't figure out what his defining character trait was. And I really
Yeah.
want to finish recording this episode so I can get back to watching Breaking Bad. So moving on, welcome to Stupinionated. It's a brand new podcast. It's just us three guys, three stupid people, three very opinionated people who just wanted to make a podcast. I mean, one day Afan, he just like showed up to the group chat and he was like, hey guys, you know what we should do? We should make a podcast. And we're like, yeah, okay, cool. Mm, here we are.
And here we
So,
are.
yep.
so yeah, I guess we're just gonna say a lot of really controversial shit, give our opinions on it, and then if you guys if you guys disagree with us, fuck you. No, I'm kidding. If you guys disagree with us, um, feel free to like contact us and then give us your opinion, and or maybe you could come on the next episode and then give us your opinion. We could sit down, have a very mature conversation. Fuck you. No, I'm just kidding. We can have a very mature conversation about whatever you guys think, and yeah. So educating us while educating whoever chooses to click on this link. By that I mean four other people and my mom. Next.
And he dropped all those F bombs. This mom watch.
Hi, mom. Okay, let's go. Um,
Get
First
it,
thing I
get it.
wanted to say was, yeah, let's stop right there. Steve, why are you just now watching Breaking Bad? What is this?
I mean, I
Why
don't
have
have
you
the
just
time. Like you said, I study in SSN and, I do stand up and I do theater and I just didn't have a lot of time. And the time that I did have, I spent, just
watching
playing.
13 Reasons Why?
No, no,
I'm kidding.
no.
Okay.
Please do not bring me down to that.
Is that a good show?
Nah, no,
Nah,
no,
not from what I've
no.
heard, but I've not seen it,
It,
so what can I say? But
it
you
wasn't it
know,
hyped at the beginning when it
No,
started
the
out.
first season was.
A lot of
okay,
stories.
but then the second season just became like very depressing, and then it just went downhill from there.
Whatever. We were talking about Breaking Bad, an actually good show,
Breaking Bad.
a
Yeah,
good show. Yeah, that's what we're talking about.
I've never seen it.
Yeah, even I've
you
I
never
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 seen
could
seen
it.
watch
it.
the first 2 or 3 episodes. Yeah, I couldn't. It's
I
too good.
hadn't seen it for and I always wanted to.
So many people.
Uh, my dad managed to binge watch the entire show before I could, and he was like, "You should watch it." And I'm like, "Oh, you've seen it too." Okay. But
That's impressive.
what finally happened was the reason I started watching Breaking Bad was obviously we're in lockdown and we've got nothing better to do. And I had this friend of mine, a senior from college, who was like, "You should really watch this show called The Wire," which is also a
Hmm.
HBO TV show like Breaking Bad. And I watched it. It's a brilliant show. It is amazing. I highly recommend it to anyone who's stuck around this long during the podcast. I highly recommend it to anyone who's listening. You should watch it, The Wire. It's a brilliant show. And I finished watching all 5 seasons of that. And I was like, I need something like this, a good quality show. And I figured the other HBO shows like Breaking Bad. So I figured why not watch one of those? And so I started. Finally got around to Breaking Bad. I finished season one yesterday,
Hmm.
and I'm on season two now. It is intense. It's like, and the thing is, I didn't expect it to be so funny. I didn't think it'd be
Yeah,
such a
it's fun.
funny show. You know,
How is a
it's
It's
show
like
about drugs being funny?
it's fun. It's
I don't
like
get it.
it's like a
It
very
would be intense, right?
serious comedy, or it's like a very comedic thriller. That's what it is. It really shifts, like it shifts very well. It has a very good shift between that and this.
it walks
But
that
Intensity.
line, really well between comedy and drama. It walks it brilliantly, at least from what I've seen.
yeah, and it's I feel like it's probably the only show that doesn't get worse as the seasons progress.
Please tell me it gets better though. It doesn't. It does
It
get.
it does, it does. People have told me it gets better, like because you really like feel an attachment towards the characters, which is one of the main things of like filmmaking is you want to feel an attachment towards the characters. You want to feel like you know them, and so you want to feel like you're there. And I feel like Breaking Bad did a very good job of that. And I mean, maybe it's just me, but like a lot of the shows nowadays, they don't really focus on that sort of like attachment that you get to the character, because you feel like you know Walt inside and out, like from the time it starts, and then you understand that he needs that sort of money, and this is why he's doing it for, like, you're on his side. But then even when other things happen, like you're on the side of even Jesse, like you feel bad for him getting like addicted to drugs or whatever, because like towards the end, like he's the one that.
No, no,
Oh,
no.
yeah.
As
I
soon
want to
as you
watch
said
it.
towards the
She's
end,
about. She's
as soon as you said towards the
into
end,
it,
I was
and
like,
you just almost spoiled the show to everyone who hasn't seen it in the podcast.
okay,
Yeah,
first
but
of
I'm pretty sure
all,
everyone has
a
seen it.
lot
So
of
let's
people have
let's
seen
let's
Breaking
move
Bad.
on to the next thing.
No, but I do want to talk about The Wire before that because I have a feeling a lot of people haven't seen that. So maybe we could talk
Okay.
about that. Uh, but
Go
The
ahead.
Wire is it's a brilliant show. So it's got Idris Elba. He's in the show. It was one of his like starting roles.
Heimdall.
Yes, Heimdall from the Thor movies, and it's such a good show
Avengers movies.
because what it does is it builds a story layer wise. So while Breaking Bad is great at telling the story of Walter and Jesse and like these characters, The Wire is great at telling a story about the city, like how the city is and like the different layers that make up the city. So like it starts out very simple. So the reason the show is called The Wire is because like it's about these cops who listen in on drug dealers through wiretaps. They tap their cell phones and they listen in on their conversations and they collect evidence like that. So it's called The Wire because of that. So the first season is very straightforward. You got the cops and you've got the drug dealers, and it's about how they try to arrest them. And even though I call it straightforward, there's still like a lot of nuance in it because they give equal time to like the drug dealers that you feel attached to them, and you feel like they are bad guys. They're breaking the law, obviously, but like they're a family and they have their own rules, they have their own system, and they keep that system. Whereas you see the cops, they have their system, sure, but you see them through the season breaking the rules just to like make their case. So it's an interesting contrast where you see like the cops are breaking the rules of their system, but these guys stick to it. They have their own rules. So it shows them not as like good and bad, but as like two institutions or two groups of people with their own conduct. And then what happens is with every season, it adds on to that by adding like a new dimension to it. So the second season talks about the port, the seaside, how these cargo ships come in and how they're smuggling it through that, and you know the kind of
Okay.
corruption that's available,
Uh,
that happens in that side of the world. And then the third season goes into politics. The third season brings politics and how like the police commissioners and the people high up have to answer to the mayor, and like how the decisions that the police commissioner takes, they affect like the smallest details on the street. um, like for
okay then.
example, yeah, it's all interconnected, and every season just adds like a new layer to it, and it's just brilliant. And by the fifth season, they just tie it all up really well. And it's a good show. You guys should watch it. The Wire.
Steve's
It's
clearly taking money.
being on my list. You guys also might like Ozark, which is a Netflix series,
Oh yeah.
which is
Oh,
also about drug dealing. It seems like all the drug dealing things are like very, very interesting for
You
some people.
Narcos, right?
Yeah,
I've seen
Narcos,
one
like
episode, one
all
season.
of the drug dealing shows are very cool. For
Good.
some
It's
reason, they
genuinely
have
good.
like, I mean, yeah, okay, but screw that. Where are we going next? This is kind of boring. It's getting boring. Where are we going next?
I want to go sleep.
Come on. Wait, let me get it. I got it. Do you want me to give the intro for this? Do you want me to give it? You
yeah,
guys
go
aren't
for
ready
it.
for this.
I think you already
Pizza.
decided to give it. Just keep.
I have some tea for you today. Will and Jada Smith. You guys have already heard about this. Everyone who's listening to this podcast has already heard about this. But it's a very controversial topic, and that is where we thrive. Rishabh, thoughts?
Really?
Or give us the intro first.
I
Like
mean, I'm
what
sure.
happened? Yeah, quick one, because
So yeah,
everyone
I
probably.
did my research, and by research, I mean I read a BuzzFeed article about it. So my thoughts are
Research
going to be
AF.
absolutely the truth. It's going to be to the point. So, anyways, Jada Smith, right? So I mean, Will Smith's mother and his sister have a show called Red Table Talk. Anyway, was that?
Yeah, that was
Yeah. Anyways,
accident. For those of you who are watching, my cat just kind of crossed by the screen. Sorry, Spotify listeners, you don't get to see my cat, but
that's a huge incentive for watching it on YouTube.
you can see his tail.
Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah,
so
go
there's a
on.
Red Table Talk show, right? And so what's his name? Augustus Alsina. What was his name? His shitty name. Anyways, that guy is
August.
on
Yeah, his name's August.
August Alsina, right? So he's on the show and he's talking about how he's been having a struggle with drugs, and Jada Smith also had something like that, and then that's how they got acquainted. And that guy has also had a concert with Jaden Smith. So there's all these different points of meeting. And anyways, so the time they actually got really close was when August's sister died, and then she decided to just help him get over that point. This was simultaneously around the same time that Will and Jada fell out. Yeah, and then
They
they
had a
got into the
falling out. They didn't fall out. They had a
they,
like a falling out, like a break. They took a break. They didn't divorce,
they were on a
but
break.
they took a.
Inside
Okay,
break.
thoughts on this?
I mean, setting aside the age difference thing, I think it's considering they were going to get a divorce, even though she got over it really fast. I think it's okay. Uh, it's probably a
Yeah,
stupid opinion, but that's the entire point of the podcast.
Steve, thoughts?
I don't know, man. I don't agree with him. First of all, it's not my place to know about this. I don't know why. I don't know whose idea it was. Well, it was probably Jada who was like, "Well,
It was
honey,
Jada Smith's idea.
you
Yeah.
know, you know what we should do? We should talk about
Should
this
break
and
your
put it
heart
up
and
on
leave
the
you.
internet. We should put this up on the internet." Why did she? Who thought that was a good idea? Like, sort it between yourselves. It's a very private thing that you guys need to like get sorted between yourselves. But no, they wanted to talk about it and they wanted to put it up on the internet, which is brave in a way. But again,
It shows
why?
how strong the relationship is, I guess. They've come over it,
It
come
shows how
past it,
it
been
shows
able
how
to talk
much
about
it shows how much Will Smith is able to put up with. Honestly,
Thank you. Thank you,
that is
Steve.
true.
Are you done?
no,
Are you
no,
done, Steve?
I got a lot to
Okay,
say.
go on, go
Yeah,
on, go
because
on,
I
go on.
think, like, first of all, it's wrong. Okay, I don't care if they were close to a divorce or if they were about to get a divorce or if they were thinking about it. They were still married, so that makes it wrong, and I don't like it. That aside, if I was Will Smith in that situation, I would have just yeeted
Ah,
her out of the house. I would have just yeeted her out of the house. And it would take a couple of good yeets because I'm Will Smith. My house is huge. So I'd have to yeet her like once to get her to the front door. And then I have to yeet her like two more times to get her over the golf course. One more to like get over the swimming pool. They probably have a helipad, so like come one more for that. It's a couple of good yeets to finally, get her into the streets where she belongs. But you know,
Oh shit.
you
Oh
oh,
shit.
shit.
Okay, okay.
but
Let
yeah,
me
that's
go. Let me go, Steve. I'm dying. So let me before we start this, before I start this, let me apologize in advance for using any sort of foul language. But just know that if I do use any foul language, it's just because I feel very strongly about this, because I can relate it to myself. Not necessarily because I give a fuck about Will and Jada Smith's relationship, but because I can relate this to myself. I'm gonna try not to use any foul language, but if I do, forgive me. That being said, Jada Pinkett Smith, fuck you, okay? Let me know. Listen, if it's just you cannot cheat on someone and then even if it's years later you even like, oh, you guys were on a break like Ross and Rachel. No, you cannot. If everyone got pissed at Ross for cheating on Rachel even though they were on a break, everyone got pissed at him. You cannot cheat on someone regardless of the circumstances, okay? And now let me bring this up. Why would she's literally laughing at Will Smith's face, even though it's been years or whatever since this whole thing happened.
Yeah, that
Did
was
you
messed
see,
up.
pull up the
The
photos?
guy's
Pull up the
face.
photos.
Oh
yeah,
my
I'll put it
god.
up.
That was
Yeah,
destroyed.
yeah, he's putting up the photo. Look at guys, look at this, okay? Look at this. His face, he's quivering, dude. His eyes are bloodshot. There's tears in his eyes. His lip is quivering, and she's laughing about cheating on him. You cannot, you can't do that. That is the lowest of lows. Even though it's been years, the only reason anyone has ever heard about you, Jada Pinkett Smith, is because you are Will Smith's wife. Okay? The
Oof.
only reason anyone has ever heard about the Red Table Talk is because you admitted to cheating on Will Smith on that fucking show. Okay? And you can't, just, especially because it's Will Smith, someone that we've grown up with. Men in Black, The Fresh Prince of Bel Air, all Hancock, all this
Fresh Prince.
stuff. You cannot cheat on the Fresh Prince, dude. It's messed up. And now, my last point. If the roles were reversed, what if Will Smith cheated on Jada Smith, even though they were like just close to a divorce, if he had gone to one of Willow Smith's friends that was half his age and went to her and under the guise of helping her heal, ended up having sex with her, do you
He'd
know
be
he would get
cancelled right
cancelled?
there.
He
Yep.
would get cancelled right there. Do you guys smell that? You smell? It smells like double fucking standards to me. You can't know. This is not. This is not right. We should cancel Jada Pinkett Smith. We should cancel her. Jada Smith, you are cancelled.
First of all, cancel culture is like a whole different
Cancelled.
episode.
That's a
I'm
different
not gonna
topic.
time
Yeah.
out. We're not gonna talk about that now. Okay, and also, yeah, but I do get like the whole point of double standards and all that. Um, Especially with like, if he was doing it, people would be like, oh, it's because he's rich, he's powerful, he's using his influence to like
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
to
yeah.
influence these people. He's using influence to influence this young girl and all this. He could be like, ah, girl, you want to see the new Man in Black movie? Yeah,
That was
that's
the worst Will Smith impression
yeah.
I've
I'm
ever.
sorry. I'm
What
sorry,
was that?
but you get it, right?
Okay,
Like
but
Okay,
yeah,
anyways.
yeah. We get your
the
Do you?
point.
double
That
standards is strong. Like right now, all that's happened is he's been turned into a meme. And
I
while
swear.
I admit the
It's
memes are
bad.
fire and the memes are great, but like
The meme is based on something that's
look,
just very
imagine
sad.
Will Smith like just scrolling on his IG timeline and what's
Yeah,
he?
yes.
He can't,
Memes about the time my
man,
wife cheated on me.
man can't live in peace anymore. He's scrolling through his IG timeline. He's seeing entanglement memes everywhere. He goes to Spotify and like August's new song is recommended to him. Entanglement.
It's
He's
called entanglements, bro. This guy, I've never heard of him before. Okay, who names themselves August? Even if that's a stage name, why is your
Is
name
that his
the next
state
month?
name?
I mean August isn't as bad as uh, Northwest. Yeah,
Oh my god.
let's not talk
Speaking
about
of
like
Kanye West,
okay,
what
Can we not?
fine.
the fuck?
Can we not? We have to.
That's a whole episode, isn't it? That's another episode. Oh
Kanye
my
needs
god.
help. That's all I'll say. I hope Kanye gets
The
better soon.
song though, the lyrics,
Oh,
the
you're
guy
talking about
legit capitalized on that
are you talking about
fact that
August
this
song,
lady cheated on
Entanglement?
August. Yeah, yeah.
He's making fat stacks off of cheating with a married woman, you know? That's that's the world.
Dude,
That's how it operates. That's just that's how do you get rich? How do you get noticed? It's through scandals. It's just sad.
yeah, I
And
feel like, but
why is he shading Will in the song? There's
I
he has a
swear,
lyric where he brings out Will. He's like something about willpower or something, and like why?
Something like that.
Leave the poor man alone. He's just sitting there
dude,
watching this happen, and August is like, Will Smith. Like, why are you making fun of the poor man? He's crying. Leave the genie alone.
yeah, dude, it's messed up. Like, okay, I'm not saying Will Smith is the perfect human,
Clearly
but
not.
But
Yeah, but
he's a solid guy.
he's a solid guy. And I'm
That's the
sure,
best
I am
compliment you can
100%
give
sure.
a person.
I've heard people like, argue about what if there was, Will Smith also had an entanglement. I'm pretty sure Will Smith did not have an entanglement because that would have come up first on the red table talk because that's all Jada Smith cares about. Bro, I hate this woman. Hate this woman. I hate her so much. She's trying to capitalize off of cheating on someone. She's laughing at his face. It's the most annoying thing. Okay, it's. I feel like cause I can relate to this. If there's something like for example cheating on someone, if you can sit there and laugh at someone's face after you've done something that you know is gonna hurt them, even if it's been years, you cannot do that. That's not. There's nothing funny about that. Look at the way Will is. I'm sure the way he's the only reason he's crying because obviously they've had that whole conversation before and they were both ready to put it up. But the reason he's crying is because she's laughing at his face. So yes.
I
Anyway,
mean, yeah, it's just
that's the
she can't tell that she's in the wrong. She thinks it's absolutely right what she did. There was nothing wrong with it. Because I was watching and there was this clip where she says, I don't think it was a transgression. She thinks she didn't make a mistake. She thinks it was, and that's problematic. That's a little problematic. Like,
exact.
but yeah,
But I guess when your marriage is like that, when you guys are like you guys have a family obviously, and your entire family is filled with very influential people, if not the most influential family in Hollywood. You guys have to come to some sort of like very weird like maybe they have an open marriage now, maybe now like after the whole thing happened. Maybe now they maybe I don't know. I'm just like putting I'm just like lobbing it. Maybe they do, and maybe that's how you can. Maybe that's probably the only way that you can survive with the like like make a marriage survive in Hollywood because it's not because we can't really speak on how a marriage survives in Hollywood because we are nowhere close to that sort of lifestyle. Imagine you're Will Smith Imagine
We
your
can't talk
Will.
about marriage in general in that case, Tab. We're all 20 years old.
Exactly. But I mean, like, no, we know how a marriage should work in, like, in
India.
India, like in India, or like a normal, sort of marriage over here. Then it's okay. But when it
Is
comes
it?
to something like as superficial as Hollywood, I feel like a lot of things will change. But anyway, cheating is wrong, and you could
Oh
see
shit.
from Will Smith's face. Yeah, and the thing that pisses me off the most, she
What?
calls it an entanglement. What? You cheated on him. Say you cheated on him. Why would you call it an entanglement? It's not. You cheated on him. There's no
What is the Drake
entanglement. What the
meme on
fuck?
that? Cheating. No. Entanglement.
Yeah, dude. Fuck.
Eh,
Anyway,
so
Yeah,
I've
but
been
like
swearing.
we we
major
need
props
lighter
to Will
topic.
Smith. Major props to Will Smith for like going through all that and not losing his cool throughout that whole thing. He was
Yeah,
asking very,
actually,
he was
absolutely.
being very composed, and he wasn't lashing out. He wasn't being rude or anything. He just wanted to know why. You could tell he was
He
just
could have
asking
dropped an
questions.
album
He could have
about
dropped an
this.
album. Probably would have sold better than August. August new music, yeah.
Yeah, for sure. Did you guys hear him spitting on Joyner Lucas's that song?
No,
But
no.
Bro, he did it well. He did it very well. I'm sure a lot of people have heard it's a song for Joyner Lucas made a song about Will. It was called Will, and it was about Will Smith. He's like, I'm feeling like Will. I'm feeling like the king of the world, or something like that. And then on the remix, Will Smith actually hopped on the remix, and he killed it. Killed it. It was amazing. So yeah, I've always had a sort of like a admiration towards Will Smith. He's like, he's up there. He's like one of the greats. He's like Leonardo DiCaprio. You can't. I mean, and he's so versatile that he can go from being like Men in Black to
To
like
the pursuit of
Hancock to even the
happiness.
genie from Aladdin.
And the pursuit of
Pursuit of
happiness and
Happiness
movies
was
like
one
that.
of the best
Pursuit of
movies.
Happiness. Wait, Steve, you saw Pursuit of Happiness?
I have not. It is a
Oh my
crime, I
gosh.
know. I really want to. Like I said, guys, I'm watching Breaking Bad only now. Give me time. I'm very slow. It's just, I'm very slow. It's the same like Game of Thrones. Game of Thrones, guys. Everybody was like, oh,
Don't even
you
watch
have to
it.
watch
That's
Game of
fine.
Thrones. Oh, it's so good. Oh, the dragons. Oh, the story. And Rishan, if you're watching, if you're listening, if you've gotten this far, screw you, man. You were such a big fan of Game of Thrones. You kept convincing me. You were like, you have to watch it. Every time you came to my place, you talk about, oh, this is what's happening. I'd be like, huh? Huh? So
But
you
sir,
wanna
in
like
Game of
order
Thrones'
something for
defense,
dinner?
it was actually quite good until I guess around the sixth or seventh season,
Yeah,
after which
to
they
its
destroyed the damn show,
yeah,
the
to its
entire
merit, I'm
plot.
sure it was a good show. But like the reason I didn't want to watch it is because it wasn't over yet, and I wanted to make sure it had a satisfying ending. And my God,
Exactly.
and my God,
Exactly. Me and Steve
I
talked
am
about this.
I am so glad I waited that long to see it end and then realized I was so happy. I'm so glad I didn't waste years of my life
Yeah,
waiting for this. So
that was just sad.
For those who don't know, for those who are listening, we have a very annoying friend named Rishan who kept
don't
on
do him
trying to
like
get us
that.
to watch.
Don't do Rishan like
Why you,
that. Poor
why you
guy.
throwing shade on Deshaun?
He just
But
likes Game of Thrones a lot. Not anymore, but you know.
yeah, no one likes Game of Thrones anymore. But so yeah, that's Rishan. Um, so
Anyway,
what else are we on about?
you could have a very controversial topic. I have one in mind. I don't know. I think it's too controversial for our
Dude,
platform.
that's where we thrive. Give it to me.
That's where a farm
Snickers is
thrives.
a bounty.
Snickers versus Bounty.
Snickers versus
I think
Bounty.
it's Snickers.
Snickers for sure.
No.
There's no, that's
Okay.
not
Okay.
controversial at all.
No. I think it will be once I say that I am a fan of Bounty.
Steve.
Finally, someone saved me.
Guys, I mean, come on, look at me.
Steve.
I haven't seen Pursuit of
Uh,
Happiness. I barely got matches on Tinder. I'm only now watching Breaking Bad. It's clearly obvious I like Bounty as well. It's
Yes,
Coconut and chocolate.
dude.
I love it.
Snickers. What's
I love Bounty. Like when when relatives from the US come and they got all this, they got their Toblerones and all the fancy stuff, and they bring the assorted chocolates. No, you'll have Snickers, Bounty, all of that. You guys know.
Yeah.
At this point, you can
Yeah.
get them
yeah?
here also. But yeah, uh, Bounty would be the first to leave.
No. No.
Bounty is
No.
the last. I swear I
It's
have Bounty in my fridge right now for 2 years ago.
Swiggy Me. Oh, 2 years ago. I was about to say
Dude,
Swiggy Me,
Bounty
and
is
like
always the last to leave.
it's
Oh my
Twix,
god.
Snickers,
Twix first, then Snickers. Yes. Oh my
Milky
god.
Way,
Thank you.
I think we can all agree that
Maybe.
Milky Way is
Mars.
trash, though. Sorry,
No,
Mars.
it's
Mars.
not.
No, Milky Way is good. Sorry, I meant to say Mars.
Mars is
Mars
there.
is trash.
Mars is
Yeah.
Yeah,
there.
Mars is trash.
Reese's Buttercups. It depends on the
Dude,
time of the day, I guess.
that's the top. I guess maybe.
It,
It's like Oreos. You can't have too much of it.
yeah.
Otherwise, you just feel very bloated.
And then
You
there
know?
is Bounty at the
But
bottom.
don't talk, Steve. The fuck, Bounty? Bro, I can't.
Don't
No,
invalidate.
this is not working.
No, don't invalidate my opinion just because I like Bounty. We're all entitled to our choices, and I like Bounty.
Dude. No, but that's the worst opinion you've ever had in ever, like ever.
In all how many ever years knowing each
Yeah,
other,
we've been friends for like 6 years, and that's
this
the
is
worst thing I ever heard come out of my mouth.
this is where you draw the line.
This is where I draw the line, Steve. Guys,
dark.
okay, we're gonna put this up, right? And then we're gonna put a poll on Instagram, and I bet you money that if Bounty loses, will you shave your beard?
Are we gonna make this a
Bro.
hashtag?
No,
Steve,
we are not
Shave for Bounty.
we're not putting my beard on the line here. I already shaved once during lockdown and it was traumatic enough. I do not need it
that
again. I don't need to do
Okay,
that
but
again.
I'm betting you we're gonna win, guys. Comment, like,
No,
and
like,
subscribe, and comment Bounty or Snickers.
Share.
Snickers or Bounty. Yeah,
Snickers-
share
see,
it too.
Like,
Share
you
it.
know what?
Okay, share.
I know
To share.
Snickers is gonna win. I get that it's the popular, opinion. It's the basic opinion. Everyone's like
No,
jumping
no,
on the
it's
Snickers
cool. Like,
bandwagon.
yeah, even we know that Snickers is gonna win, but the main thing that I want is like people to tell you that Bounty is shit. That's what I want. That's what would make me a better person. For people to tell you that Bounty is shit. Hashtag fuck Bounty. Everyone comment right now. Hashtag fuck Bounty. This is gonna be our first episode. It's gonna be yeah.
Hashtag Bounty for the win.
Hashtag fuck Bounty. I'm sure.
No, if you show some support for Bounty, guys, we are the resistance. We are we are the underground resistance. In
If any of you
basically
actually
every-
think Bounty is better,
in basically every
Please
young
comment.
adult fiction novel, every young adult fiction novel has a resistance group that the protagonist is part of. That is Bounty. Okay?
Bounty.
Oh my
Okay
god.
then. Anyways, I think we've
We're
come
gonna
to the
end
of
on
our
that.
show.
That's a good note to end on. That's a good note to end on, guys. Hashtag fuck Bounty or hashtag Bounty for the win. Let's see who wins. May the
Yeah.
best man, may the best chocolate win. I'm
May
guessing.
Bounty win. May Bounty win. And on that note, yeah,
No.
thank you guys for listening. If you guys stuck around this far and you're still listening, how did you do it? How did you do it? Tell
Yeah,
us.
like, seriously, are you okay? If you actually like sat this long, are you okay? Like,
No,
Come
no.
on.
Don't stop.
Don't shit on the viewers.
Yeah, don't stop.
No.
We are very grateful for you for watching this far. Thank you. And if you have any more stupid opinions that you'd like to share with us, hit us up. If you don't like what we said, hit us up. We'll put you on the show and we'll have a very civil, polite discussion about it.
even though your opinion
Like
is
a
shit.
how it over.
I'm kidding. No.
Okay,
Okay.
2 out of 3 people will have a civil, polite discussion with you. I will not vouch for the third, but again, thanks. Stay safe, guys. Stay home. Yeah, that's pretty much it. If we have the
Peace.
budget for it, you should be hearing outro music right now. Otherwise, yeah.
We don't. Okay.